Yeah. Okay. So this is what we have, Gemini, on the bottom. Okay. Damn. That was well, that changed quickly. Yeah. I'm really seeing somebody not really right here specifically in this corner, somebody really not really willing to work on this anymore, Gemini. In the pre-shuffle, I saw a very small chance of like somebody thinking about it, but it was small. Um, some of you all also are setting off in a new direction, probably career wise. Maybe changing careers for like more money or something right here. I see you guys communicating about that. Um, yeah, communicating about projects, what to do with children here if how you are going to operate within that. Maybe you are working more hours here, like I said, going back to school, and um, it's a family dynamic here that you have to figure out as far as that. I'm seeing that as well. That did that come up in your pre-shuffle? No, that did not come up in your pre-shuffle. What else am I seeing here that didn't show up? That's about it. Those two things right there. Um, some of y'all, some of y'all are leaving this Earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. That did come up in your pre-shuffle, but it wasn't necessarily Virgo. It was more Taurus and Capricorn here. So I'm seeing somebody speak that and even though I see them speaking that, Gemini, you or someone else, I don't know, because we do have, air here on the table, but we have this earth here too. Air, earth, and water is extremely prominent on the table right now. Air, earth, and water. But Sagittarius and Leo. No, it was Sagittarius and Aries. No, it was Leo, Sagittarius, and Leo that came up as far as fire in your pre um reading. But right here, there is no fire on the table. I'm feeling like even though Gemini, somebody is possibly speaking this truth about leaving you or someone else, it's still going to be like a slow moving process of someone moving in a new direction here. When it comes to this relationship, situationship here. Um, yeah, so I just wanted to talk about that really quick because something going on with this top row up here, honey. A lot going on with this top row, actually. A lot's going on. Somebody could even be worried about money issues up here at this top, and this is why this move away is going to be slow moving or something. But they are speaking the fact that either they are going to do something to get more money, and that's going to be slow moving, or you have things that you have to figure out before you can go after this new money, go after this new job, go after this new career, go back to school or whatever. There are certain things that need to take place before you can even take off in that direction. Yeah, but anywho, Gemini, let's talk about your pre-shuffle, okay? Before I lose my whole train of thought focusing on this highlighted area up here. I'm kind of feeling like I need to do some clarification on this first row up here, to be quite honest with you. But Gemini, in your pre-shuffle, it felt like some of you or someone else like don't really know like where to go or what to do. It seems like someone has manipulated themselves right into a tough spot. Okay. Um, and it just okay. There we go. Speak to me. That's why I steady highlighted up here because I couldn't. It's a lot of energy coming off of this top row up here. Um, in your pre-shuffle, it felt like someone or some people no longer want to work with you, or Gemini, you no longer want to work with them. Okay, that came up in your pre-shuffle as well. So a lot of you all could be changing jobs or forced to change jobs. You or someone else here, Gemini, because you no longer want to work with someone or someone no longer wants to work with you. And I feel like it's going to be a process. The more I look at this top row of even getting this situation handled in the correct manner for some reason. But in the pre-shuffle, Leo was very highlighted on that, on somebody not wanting to like work with somebody else, or possibly be with somebody else here, work in this relationship with somebody, build a foundation with somebody or what have you. Okay. Another Gemini came up. Cancer, Scorpio came up. Capricorn came up. Aquarius, Virgo, Pisces, and like I said, Sagittarius and Aries, even though there is no fire on this table. This is going to be a slow moving process right here for whatever reason. It feels like someone has to maneuver someone out or maneuver themselves out of a situation, out of a job, out of a collaboration, something like that, because somebody no longer wants to work with somebody and somebody no longer wants to be with somebody. But this is not a fast moving situation. There are precautions to this. Okay, talk to me, Spirit. Yes, definitely precautions to this situation. Also in the pre-reading, Gemini, it felt like someone had actually though forgiven somebody else. I felt like forgiveness had been like granted, but that's all that had been granted. Okay, like it felt like, like maybe somebody was hoping for or looking for more communication, but it just felt like all has been accepted and that's it. Whatever has taken place here has been accepted, and the only thing that is being given is forgiveness, and that's it. And it felt like someone wanted more, or they were hoping for more or something. But the overall energy on the pre-shuffle, it just felt like some type of a yo-yo effect. Like someone just like they can't catch a break. Things go sour, you make up. Things go sour, you make up. Things go bad, you fix it. Things go bad, you fix it. Be this on the work front or in the relationship front. It just felt like some type of yo-yo effect. Something breaks, it get fixed. Something breaks, it just over and over and over and over again. Okay? And that's when, the creeping feeling of, I could feel that creepy feeling of somebody like it being a very small chance that someone could be thinking about cutting ties for good. And the fact that it came up prominent on the table speaks volumes to me. And maybe that's why I felt it being a small chance, is because this is something that someone has to think about. And even when a decision is made, it's not a fast moving process. There are precautions to this for whatever reason. Okay? But someone on the table right now, it no longer wants to work with somebody. They no longer want to be with somebody for whatever their own reasons are. Maybe they need to, it can't be fast moving because maybe they have to find another job. It can't be fast moving because maybe they have to find somewhere to stay, or there is some reason why this cannot be fast moving. But you can see here that there is heartbreak on the table. There's lies on the table, and false offers of love. But like I said, you could see in the pre-shuffle a yo-yo effect. It's like someone keeps getting dragged back or tricked back into the same situation. Someone will come in talking right, doing all of this, and someone will like get sucked back in the situation, and then it always end up being the same outcome or something. And this could even be like with work or something. A yo-yo effect would work too. You begin a project, something goes wrong, you have to start over. You begin something goes wrong, you have to start over, And we just got people here, worried and not wanting to work together and be with another. Okay? When I tell y'all that earth, water, and air is so prominent here, there is no damn fire on this table. None. There is no desire and no passion to work with and or be with someone here on this table, or with others on this table here. Period. And it's just as simple as that. I feel like some of you guys are at a standstill right now, and you are trying to figure things out, what you are going to do, how you are going to handle things, because money has probably come to a stop, or this relationship has come to a screeching halt. And, whatever has happened here, I could see from the pre-reading that someone has backed themselves into a corner, manipulated their way into, like I said, a tough spot, a spot that they may not be able to come out of this time. Some of y'all are really, really dealing with earth and or water. Some of y'all could be dealing with another air sign, because Aquarius and another Gemini did come up. Okay? But it's really about earth and water here. Cancer and Scorpio was prominent, and Pisces. Mostly Pisces, but Cancer and Scorpio did come up. Like I said, fire that came up in the pre-shuffle was Sagittarius and Aries. But now that there's no fire on this table, it's almost like a breakdown in the foundation due to this damn manipulation, and someone has backed themselves into a damn corner. And it's causing them to lose everything. And it's almost like over and over and over again. It's like a yo-yo effect, So, yeah. I'm going to see what else I can pull from this, Gemini. But this really is straightforward. I'm going to do some theme cards, baby. See what's really good. I think somebody ready to write this situation off right here, Gemini. They're ready to write this situation off and take it as a loss here. They're ready to write it off and take it as a loss, you know, because like I kept feeling like a yo-yo effect, and we got eternal child here, and this is like an inability for somebody to grow up and be responsible, you know, or something like that. It's like a yo-yo effect or something here to me. And we have I'm sorry, I was soaking this in, but we have scribe and gambler. When I see this, somebody's ready to write this off as a loss. That's what I see here. They're ready to write this off as a loss because someone else, there's an inability to grow up here. They abuse situations, abuse of authority. This could be at a job, in a relationship, in a partnership, in a business partnership, you know, because in the pre-shuffle I did see third party situationships. You know what I'm saying? Somebody just constantly being tricked back into situations that they don't want to be in, like over and over and over again. Man, okay, so we don't need to go back there because obviously all of that has happened because you made it to this situation. So, yeah, abuse of authority here, an inability to grow up. Someone is at a point here where they are ready to write this off as a loss, this situation off as a loss, okay? But this is not something that can be moved fast on for whatever reason. You know, this is something that you can't put no fire behind this for whatever reason. You can see here somebody, you know, worried, sitting and thinking about everything that has happened, and now they are ready to remove themselves from the situation, and they are thinking about how to do that, but it's not a rush on that though. But it's not a doubt in my mind that it's going to happen here. Okay. We can see here that, you know, this just screams yo-yo effect to me. The fact that we got both of these together, this is a yo-yo effect to me. Manipulative ass communication. You know, over and over and over again. We can see somebody trying to work with this situation and build this structure, build this foundation, but looking at it right here, it's the same, you know. And this reading is very cut and dry, Gemini. It is, baby. So good luck with that, guys. You'll figure it out. You'll figure out what to do. You will figure out how to move. I feel like I need to pull out my let me see if I can find this deck real quick. Gemini. My I can't even think of the name of the deck, but I know what I'm looking for though. Hold on. There we go. All right, I found the Gemini. Let's see what's let's see what's really good, Gemini. You know, cause I don't know. It's so cut and dry. You know, let's see what else is here. Hold on. Let me move these out the way because this is unexpected, Gemini. I did not plan on doing this. You're the only sign I have done this for. But I really want to see, like, what else is happening here. Okay. What the fuck? What did I? Did y'all just see me cut that deck? What the fuck did I? What? Oh my god. Okay. This is a circular route. The spiral dancer. The damn yo-yo effect. I read it right. Ain't nothing wrong. It is cut and dry here, Gemini. Baby, it's cut and dry. It's round and round and round and round. It's the same old thing. And somebody here is thinking about letting this go. Like I said in the shuffle, I felt like it was a small chance, like an inkling, but now I see why I feel like it's a small chance, because there's no fire on this table. There is nothing that can be done fast here. There is nothing that can be done fast here. You know what, Gemini? I'm through with you, baby. I read it. That's what it is. Hey, what can I say? I pulled out a whole new deck, and they literally came behind me and said the same thing. Literally. Came behind me and said the same thing, Gemini. All right, baby. Y'all good luck with that. That has been your reading. Bye, Gemini. Gemini.